Hey guys! So it's me, Lauren, in case you're not familiar. I'm posting this on our band's page, Panda Forces. Um, but anyway, I don't know if you guys follow any of my personal stuff and noticed, but you may remember if you do that in November I went to California with Google, and on my personal pages and stuff I talked a little bit about that, but I've never talked about it on the band, and it's suddenly relevant now. So I'm just gonna really quick explain. So I am what's called a local guide, which is anyone who contributes on Google Maps. You can leave reviews, you can edit roads, you can edit business information, all sorts of things. Anything you do to help out on Google Maps. And anyhow, being a local guide, I contribute a lot. I was able to attend an event with Google called Connect Live for 2019, and it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot. I got to learn some insider info, and I got to make some amazing friends. I'm a huge Google fan, but it really got me like extra pumped up. Um, but anyway, so that was my experience in November. And side note, I got a Google Pixel 3 XL. That is what I am filming this video on. I'm just holding it in selfie mode because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so I'm a big Google fan. Briefly, really quick before I jump into the fun and exciting part of all this, I just wanted to share a little bit of how being a local guide ties into me being a band member. So, probably the most obvious one I can give to you is directions. It's huge, like trying to get to a new venue if you don't know where it is. So, I use Google Maps for that, and being a local guide specifically has made a difference because like there's at least one venue we go to that the location was not correct on Google Maps. So being a local guide, I'm able to edit that, or suggest Google that the entrance to somewhere is not where it may appear to be, and things like that. Um, Another big one is leaving reviews. So obviously when we're on the road, leaving reviews of places that we stop along the way, but also leaving reviews for venues that we play at. I like to do that because I like to leave information for people who are going to see a show and also people who are going to play a show. Um, so, like, if I have a particularly favorite venue to play, I really like to leave them a nice review and sort of mention that because I know that, like, as someone who's had to book out of town gigs, you don't know the venues quite so well. And so you may look at Google reviews to just like get a feel for the venue and decide if it's somewhere you want to play. And so for me, I find it really helpful to know some things about playing there, and so I leave that information in my reviews. And then the other thing that is just kind of universal that I'm not quite a superstar with this yet, like so many of the other local guides are, but something that I always try and keep in mind too when reviewing or answering like questions and things on Google Maps is accessibility. So that's another thing. Is it easily accessible for handicapped people or people who rely on a stroll, who have to push a stroller or different things like that. Maybe not in a bar for the stroller. That information is still helpful to handicapped people, or also especially when we play like restaurants and things. So those are just kind of some of the ways that I use Google Maps, like with the band. And because it is such a helpful tool, like hands down, this up front, there's no other app that I use or would use to plan a tour. Like that's the other thing too, not just the driving directions in the moment, but like planning the whole tour. I use Google Maps to like set it all out. And see what's going to work and what's not. And we're actually planning a tour right now, like our first, like our actual real tour. Well, it'll be a small one to start, but point is, it's going to be our first time in a bunch of new cities. So I've been using a lot of Google Maps for that. And so to sort of like share my local guide life with the band, people who like our band, and then also to like sort of thank Google for all that I've received from them and all that I've gotten out of using Google Maps, I wanted to do a little contest. So when I attended Connect Live in November, we got some really cool things, and I decided to make a little sacrifice and set aside a couple of things that I would not keep for myself, but do a little giveaway. And I know there are so many local guides on Instagram and just all over the internet, but Instagram's where I've really come across them, so that's where I'm going to be running this contest. And I've seen those local guides reach out to me either in a friendly way or to ask questions or different things ever since I sort of really got into being a guide myself. So this is really aimed at them. You don't have to be a fan of my band to do this contest. But like I said, I thought that this is sort of a new take for me. Like, I met so many really interesting people at Connect Live who use maps in all different ways, and I really had to think about it before I did this contest. Like, what do I use maps in a way that's different that I can share with that community on Instagram that's always interacting with me? So this is what I came up with, sharing it as a musician. So what I'm going to give away is, first thing, if I can get everything out, we have a compass, and it's the Android robot guy. We've got a postcard from Connect Live 2019. It's blank. You can have it. Some stickers. We've got the Pegman on a pin that you can post in your when you take your photos. So you take your photos for your Google Maps reviews and contributions, but then you might post the really good ones to Instagram with hashtag local guides. You can put this little guy in your pictures if you like. And last but not least, this is a highly coveted item, and this is really the item that inspired me to do the giveaway. Oh yes, I am talking about the socks. I was lucky enough to already have a pair of the socks when I went on this trip, and I know that this is like the talk of local guides everywhere. It's the socks, I want a pair, how did you get them? Since I already had a pair, and I wore them to Connect Live, and it was this whole big, people were like, how did you have them? I don't even have them, and I'm a higher level than you. Whole thing. They ended up giving us a pair of our own, and I was thinking, I'll give these away to someone else who does not already have a pair. So, these are the things that you'll get if you win the giveaway, and it's all in a cute little Google box. And I'm also going to include the download code for a free copy of our album. So yeah, all you have to do to enter the contest is go to our page. So I'm assuming that you know where it is if you're watching this video, but just in case you don't, it's going to be on Instagram, and our Instagram is at Panda Forces Band. And you will see a graphic. And it's gonna be probably like cutesy because it's Valentine's month. It's February, my favorite holiday, you guys. That's why else we're doing this now. But that's besides the point. So yeah, the instructions are all gonna be on that graphic. And you just go there and enter, and then we will choose a winner at the end of the month. So the contest closes on the end of February, and then like the first day of March, I guess, we'll probably announce the winner, and then I will ship this out to you. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot us a message on Instagram. And I really look forward to this. I'd love to also hear like your guys' experience with Google or with being a local guide or different things. And I really do want to use this opportunity too to encourage you to like explore, maybe look into Google Maps, because I think it's a really fun community. I wouldn't trade this for the world, and it's truly just like a hobby to me. It's not my job. I'm not getting paid to do this contest or anything. I just wanted to just share with you guys. So anyway, that is all I have to say. Go to our Instagram, Panda Forces Band, and enter our contest before the end of February. Right, bye.